hardest thing that you have to do in this sport.
Big at back coming here for Samantha, runner in scoring position. No, or one out, trailing 6-1. It'd be nice to start a little bit of a comeback here. Maybe get them all back. We're not against that. Hard ground ball hit towards third, fielded by Power. She'll come up throwing to first in time to get Venable, but it moves the runner over as James gets to third base. Goes 5-3 on the putout. Now Lamb will have to hit it or
Lamb on deck, Lindsay Slagle.
Get on by an error or put the ball in play. Hopefully get away with a run here as the Cats have a runner at third base and 2 down, trailing 6-1.
Get them on, get them over, get them in. She's on third base. All you got to do is get them in.
Or we could have our first wild pitch or pass ball of the afternoon. Hard hit ball right over the dugout on the left field side. Foul, and it's 0-1. Bearcats trailing here, in case you're just tuning in, 6-1. As Lamb trails in the count 0-1. Ground ball chopped towards the mound, took a backspin, and they get her out barely on the throw as Aubrey Powers came up throwing straight across the first. Goes 1-3 on the putout. That ball hit right in between that no man's land between third base, the pitcher's circle, and home plate. Ball hit, did not spin forward. It spun backward. It looked like we had a chance there, but just enough time.
I think it kind of stunned Lamb, too. She just kind of stopped for a minute.
Just an odd spin there. Cats can't get anything in the inning. They go 1-3 on the putout. No runs, one hit, the double from Kylie James. No errors, and one left on as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Bearcats trail it 6-1. We have our first scoreless full inning as that third inning, nobody scored. Let's go to a commercial break. We'll be right back on Bearcat Radio.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop.
6-1, Twin Springs leading it as we head to the top of the fourth inning from Highland View Field. Still on them in the circle for the Bearcats, Aubrey Powers. I almost said on the mound, but of course doesn't exist. We'll get rid of that lingo. When we get to baseball on Monday, we'll be calling it the circle.
We'll be calling it touchdown.
We'll be calling, well, that was funny, though. The first football game we did at John Battle, I was calling home runs during touchdown plays. So never forget.
Same equivalence.
Yeah. Of course, we also just had gotten the roster at that point, too, so it was a really stressful time.
To deal with wrong names. It was a
I didn't know how to pronounce half the players' names, but we've grown a lot since then. 3, 4, and 5 due up as Chenoa Dean hits a hard ground ball toward home. She throws across, and the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out, 5-3. And Holmes, who had 2 errors early right there, made a play.
No, you moved over Kylie James there to the third base.
You were right, Mark. We need you to keep up with the substitutions. So Kylie James makes the throw over. One out nonetheless, 5-3.
And it looks like you moved Garrett to second base and Story out to right field.
You mean that's Madison Campbell and right.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. They have made several changes.
Did my best.
That first pitch was fouled off. Yeah, a lot of changes, actually. My bad. It's hard to keep up with it when you're not in the press box. So Kylie James at third, so they took out Holmes. This one fouled straight back at Mark, dodging it as it hit the netting. Counts 0-2 with one down. Cats trail 6-1. We've seen a 2-run home run from Twin Springs. That was back in the second inning. They scored 4 runs in the first on just 2 hits. Had a couple of walks and an error mixed into that. That one missed. 1-1 actually the count.
1-2, right?
I believe it's 1-2, actually. I was looking at the scoreboard. That one ripped foul down the third base line, just foul by a foot.
That'll be 1-2 now anyway.
Yeah, saved us anyway. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Belle Austin. Aubrey Powers on deck for Twin Springs. Austin has scored once after being walked and struck out swinging. She was the first strikeout of the afternoon for Bailey Lamb, who has 2 strikeouts tonight. Lamb winds. This one fouled straight back right towards Brad Carter, who's sitting over here beside us up here in the booth. Brad says hey to everybody. It's always fun to have Brad around. We usually don't get to see him, you know. Basketball, he won't come down and talk to us during the game. We're pretty busy, though. That one misses away.
You know, he's choosing to come to Bearcat Sports Chat on Wednesday over going down to Bass Pro and checking out the whole Penske crew and Bristol Motor Speedway heading down that way.
We're competing with that, yeah. 2-2 count. 1 down, nobody on for Twin Springs. As the pitch on the way, didn't miss by much.
Game. I expected that one to get rung.
Inside corner around knee high. It looked good from here, but we're kind of biased. We're not afraid. We're unabashedly biased, right?
I thought we were claiming to be biased, but not really biased.
Maybe so.
Or unbiased, but actually biased.
Ground ball hit towards the dugout of Twin Springs. Full count.
We're just like every political news station. We're unbiased. We are.
True. So Belle Austin facing a 3-2 count as Bailey Lamb will try to get the out here. There's a pitch inside. There it was, inside corner around waist high. Got her looking. 3 strikeouts now for Bailey Lamb as Aubrey Powers, the counterpart on the inside the circle, comes to the plate.
And a good momentum shift here for the Bearcat defense. I mean, right now you've got a good roll heading your way.
Aubrey Powers hit a hard line drive toward the left. She's out in front of this drop ball that was low, and it's 0-1. Just a little too aggressive there coming out. Good play her last at bat. Madison Gross able to run it down in shallow left on a hard hit ball. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ground ball towards Slagle. She drops to Anita Field. Across. Good stretch by Davidson. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. First one of the season for the Bearcats. It goes 6-3 on the putout. Ground ball, strikeout looking, and another ground out.
And you see a lot of smiles on that in that circle there.
Cats trail it 6-1. Let's get the bats going here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be right back.
Okay, forest animals, kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow, have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. River, how's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man.
I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. Okay. Squirrel.
The forest has been preparing just for you. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list.
Follow Bearcat Radio on Twitter with the handle @VHS Bearcat Radio and on Facebook by searching Bearcat Radio for the upcoming broadcast schedule and shows on the flagship stream of Virginia High School Athletics.
6-1, Twin Springs leading it. Bearcats will send Lindsay Slagle to the plate to lead it off. 5, 6, and 7. Slagle, Davidson, and Holmes. Lindsay looking for her first hit of the 2018 season. I'm still trying to get used to saying 2018, and we're in March.
I feel like I write it on my papers all the time, and it's just a problem. It really is.
March has been a bad month for you in the Tennessee world, too, by the way. I couldn't go without mentioning that.
I knew you had it written this somewhere, Dylan.
I don't have it written anywhere. I just remembered that was a bad March for Mark, of course. It started off with Loyola, Chicago, and Sister Jean and the Ramblers moving over with a buzzer beater win over the Vols.
That ball touched every part of the backboard and rim.
And then Tennessee losing to Oregon State in Knoxville in the women's tournament. Lindsay Slagle to the plate to lead it off. Aubrey Powers still on the mound. Cats working after a 3-up, 3-down inning. Ground ball hit towards third, just rolls foul at the last minute. She had that base wide open if that thing stayed fair. Bottom of the fourth again. If you're just tuning in, nobody out. 6-1, Cats trail.
Just an unfriendly roll there.
It's not really been a lot of hitting that's really hurt the Cats. It was really the first inning and then the home run. It's all we've had to this point. Pitch up and away, ball 1-1 to Slagle. It's Slagle set to go to Milligan College next year. That one missed up and away as well.
Yeah,
2 balls, 1 strike.
And Powers just seems like she's slowing her arm motion down, trying to place the ball now.
So the Twin Springs Titans 1-0 on the year. There's a wind and a fire, and this one fouled straight back toward the left field side. Gets the count back to 2-2 with 2 outs. Big at bat here with 1, and there's nobody out, but for some reason the scoreboard has 2 outs. I'm glad I got my scorebook here. Wind and fire, fouled straight into the dirt off the catcher. Still 2-2. We'd be lost, wouldn't we?
It's all us, Dylan. People trust us.
That's true. Lindsay Slagle, left-handed batter at the plate here. Long at bat to open up this inning. Hard hit ball towards center, fading toward the left. Bailey Compton on the run, dropped it. Thought she had it on the bobble, but she didn't. It fell and hit the ground, and a double or an error on the center field. She got there. It was a tough play, covered a lot of ground, but I believe that will go as an error.
Yeah, just hit the palm of her glove. It's hard to keep it there in between
Now batting number 12,
the palm of your
Davidson
hand.
on deck, Harley Holmes.
So a leadoff error as Slagle will go to second base after the ball was dropped. What should have probably been out number 1. She covered a lot of ground, Compton, and just didn't squeeze it. First pitch on the way to Davidson, missed 1-0.
Talked about the crispness. Yeah,
Christmas. I thought you said Christmas.
You have to come up with it. I mean, that's just something you need. You already had the momentum going your way, but like I said, errors are just extra outs.
Got to take advantage here if you're the Cats. That one missed up and in. 2-0. Raven Davidson, previous at bat, walked. Got stranded at second base back in that second inning where the Cats led off the inning with back-to-back walks. Really the most they've threatened since Jada Campbell's leadoff triple. Called strike there, 2-1. 5-run lead for Twin Springs here in the home openers. Twin Springs trying to play the spoiler. There's the wind and fire, 2-1. Swung on and missed outside on the off-speed, 2-2.
And good pitch there. Just had her swing right through it.
Raven Davidson, 62 plate appearances last year, just 13 strikeouts. She also hit a home run a season ago, her freshman year. A very young team when you go and looking up and down the roster. This one popped up toward the first base side, caught on the run. A good grab there by Chenoa Dean for out number 1 of the inning. One of the inning. Thought I had 2, but there's a fly out there, and Harley Holmes comes to the plate. This is one of those situations, though. We talk about situational hitting in the opening. Lindsay Slagle got on by an error, got all the way to second base in scoring position, now find a way. Wind, and this one missed low and in.
Gosh, she's about a step away from being about halfway to third base. Just let her take off.
Haven't had really the opportunity to test the arm of Natalie Adams, the catcher for Twin Springs. That one missed away. Good eye there, 1-1. Madison Campbell, the designated player who has now moved out to right field after a couple of changes for the Cats, is in the on-deck circle. Here's a wind, a 1-1, way out in front of that drop ball, and it's 1-2. Holmes walked her last at bat. Again, really, the weather has actually turned out pretty nice for this afternoon for what we were expecting last night, as this one missed away close, 2-2.
People don't understand that we literally brought a makeshift tarp.
Yeah, there happened to be there's like a little awning over this, but no roof. So what I did was I brought a tarp, a canopy, but I just took the canopy off, like the tarp off the top, and that's what we've got protecting us.
In case.
Yeah, just in case. We trust Mother Nature, though, a little bit, and our speed of being able to get in this door that's right behind us. hopefully.
That's what we trust more.
2-2 count, 2 outs, or 1 out.